Here's never been a better time to be an anime fan, with a near-endless supply of series available with just the push of a few buttons. That said, the unprecedented level of choice given to viewers these days can have a few drawbacks, most notably when it comes to finding the best anime series of all time. With such a large number to choose from and almost as many top 10 best anime lists popping up online, those looking for the best anime might have to do quite a bit of digging. Ranking the best anime is obviously highly subjective too, though there are certain series that are undeniably excellent and have had a profound impact on the medium as a whole, either by inspiring other anime creators or by helping to attract new people to the wider anime fandom. Number 10. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer may be relatively new, but that doesn't mean that it can't still be included in conversations surrounding the best anime series of all time. After all, it's been able to generate around $10 billion in revenue in the 6 years or so since its creation, which is around the same as more established media franchises such as Thomas the Tank Engine and Sesame Street, both of which have been around for well over half a century. There are many reasons for Demon Slayer's phenomenal success, from its fantastic plot to its interesting cast of characters. Number 9. Death Note. Similar to the likes of Sword Art Online and the Fate series, Death Note is seen as something of a gateway anime. As a result, some seasoned anime fans seem to enjoy going out of their way to pick holes in its plot and pointing out all of the shows that are supposedly better than it. However, there's a very good reason why so many people are advised to try Death Note when first dipping their toes into the vast anime waters. For better or worse, Death Note is an incredibly accessible anime with an easy-to-follow plot and a compelling cast of characters. Number 8. Naruto Shippuden. Like Dragon Ball, Naruto started life in the Japanese publication Weekly Shonen Jump. Following its successful debut in 1999, it was eventually adapted into an anime in late 2002. The resulting series ran for 220 episodes, with the first 135 following the first part of the manga and the rest telling their own original story using unused plot elements from creator Masashi Kishimoto's original ideas. The series explores a variety of themes while also incorporating elements from Asian mythology. Number 7. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's difficult to single out a single volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because they're all pretty damn good. For fans of the popular seinen manga, the decision to create an anime adaptation to celebrate the series' 25th anniversary was met with some trepidation. Yet the resulting series has thus far proven to be every bit as good as the source material. What's more, it has helped to introduce the world of JoJo to a whole new generation in the process. The first 5 seasons of the show cover the first 6 parts of the manga, meaning that there are likely at least 2 more seasons still to come. Number 6. Pokemon. Pokemon took the world by storm when it arrived on the scene in the mid to late 90s, with the TCG, video games, and anime all becoming incredibly popular almost overnight. Initially, many saw the anime as little more than a marketing tool to help garner interest in the wider Pokemon franchise. Over time, though, it grew and developed into one of the best anime series of all time. Granted, on the surface, it may seem like a fairly shallow series, but over more than a quarter of a century, the show has explored a wide array of themes and ideas, offering up interesting takes and positive life messages to viewers in the process. Number 5. Cowboy Bebop. People sometimes complain that Cowboy Bebop is put up on a pedestal, and this may well be true to a certain degree. It's certainly not the perfect anime series, yet to ignore the impact that it's had on the medium would be an act of sheer folly. It's inspired countless other anime and manga series over the years, not to mention several Western movies and television shows. At its core, it's a neo-noir sci-fi series that follows the exploits of a group of bounty hunters as they travel through outer space. Number 4. Fullmetal Alchemist. Brotherhood. As far as adaptations go, they don't come much more faithful than Fullmetal Alchemist. Brotherhood. Across its 64 episodes, it manages to remain remarkably true to the manga, both in terms of the storylines that it covers and the look and feel of the visuals. Granted, as with pretty much all anime adaptations, there is a little bit of filler here and there, but it never once disrupts the narrative flow. The relationship between Edward and Alphonse is arguably the highlight of the series, but the plot and the unexpected twists and turns that it takes are a close second. Number 3. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Mecha anime has been popular since the 60s and 70s, but it wasn't until the 90s that the genre blew up. There were plenty of great mecha anime series unveiled throughout the decade, but none have proven to be anywhere near as popular nor quite as enduring as Hideaki Anno's Neon Genesis Evangelion and its various spin-offs and big-screen adaptations. From wonderfully crafted storylines to stunning set-piece showdowns, the series managed to cram an awful lot into its initial 26-episode run and still holds up incredibly well today. Number 2. One Piece. It took a little longer for One Piece to establish itself in the West than it did for some of the other great shonen anime series. Once it did, though, it's never once struggled to keep Western audiences engaged. The same could be said of its popularity in Japan, with several generations having now grown up with the popular manga and anime series. The former holds a Guinness World Record for the number of copies published by a single author, and was the best-selling manga for 11 consecutive years between 2008 and 2018. Number 1. Dragon Ball. When it comes to longevity, few IPs can compete with Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball, which has managed to remain popular for almost 4 decades now. Granted, there were some dark periods during that time, such as the 18-year window between the end of Dragon Ball Z and the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Likewise, it would be foolish to try and argue that every arc or episode of Dragon Ball has been of the highest quality. Even so, the franchise has still managed to remain hugely popular both in Japan and in the West. That's it for today, folks. Hope you liked this video. So please hit the like button and press subscribe also, so you never any updates from us. Thanks for watching.